What is up, you guys? I'm here at the Kingdom Barbershop here in Renton, Washington. I got my homie and barber, Big Ben. Say what's up, bro.
What up, everybody?
Today's video is one that you guys have been asking for literally the longest time. I'm going to be finally sharing with you guys how I cut my hair. I'm going to be asking Ben like some questions and like in regards to how he got started barbering and all that good stuff. So yeah, ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
All right. So for everyone watching, sit back, get cozy, and let's get into it. Before we dive into the haircut, I want to give a huge shout out to Dollar Shave Club for sponsoring today's video. You guys already know what it is. If you've been watching me for quite some time now, you would know that I partnered up with Dollar Shave Club numerous times. Dollar Shave Club legit has everything you guys are going to need to help you look, feel, and smell your best, from shower products, oral care, hair, skin, and of course, shaving products. Right now, they have this awesome deal going on where you can get their shave, shower, or oral care starter set for just $5 each. They went ahead and sent me their shave starter set, which just features their executive razor, cassette of additional razors, as well as their Dr. Carver's shave butter. And yeah, their products from Dollar Shave Club just honestly makes like everyday grooming that much more easy and enjoyable. And not to mention, the quality of their products is just amazing. And my definite all-time favorite from them is their Dr. Carver's shave butter. This guy smells amazing and it kind of leaves like this like tingling sensation as you're shaving, which again just makes everything like that much more fun and enjoyable. You guys can join the club with one of their starter sets for just $5 each. And after that, the restock box just ships regular size products at regular price. You guys can get this exclusive deal at dollarshaveclub.com/style by srxgs. I'll be sure to leave links to everything mentioned and more in today's video in the description box below. So be sure to check that out and enjoy today's video. And once again, much love to Dollar Shave Club for supporting my channel. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna get started. So kind of like first things first, if you wanna just like kind of tell them what kind of haircut I get.
So normally what Stevie be getting is, we normally do a little bit of a high fade. It's more of a compressed fade. So as you can see in his hair, we'll start from the temple and we'll just cut it straight across all the way from the back and then meet it from on the other side, and then we'll fade it up. But it's more of a compressed fade, so it's gonna be not super spaced out, but you know, just more of a smoother blend, but just more compressed.
A lot of them ask me like what kind of number I got on the side. So it's just skin, right?
Basically, it's just all straight up skin.
Yeah, so it's all
bald,
skin. Yeah, straight bald.
Straight bald just from the temple.
Yep.
And then we start from right there and we fade it up with his hair on top. You know, what we'll do is probably texturize it and whatever, and you know, he likes to kind of just leave it out, you know, put it a little bit messy.
If they want this exact haircut like me, what should they ask their barber?
So this right here, I'd probably say like a high skin fade. In other terms, I'd probably say like a high compressed fade. So something just like high and tight and just, you know, more bold on top.
For the top, everyone's kind of different, right? So we just kind of leave it depending on like how long I want it like at that time. And then you just kind of like
texturize it, kind of feather it up a little, give it that little nice
like kind of like messy vibe going on and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what you ask your barber. So let's get into this haircut.
So we're just gonna start from the temple, start from all the way up here, and we'll see how, we'll start on that first step.
Not only am I gonna share with you guys like how I cut my hair, but I definitely wanted to kind of showcase a little bit more about Ben and, you know, just kind of share with you guys like some more stuff about him. So I got some questions on my phone, and as he's cutting my hair, we're gonna ask him, you know, just some general questions about barbering and all that good stuff. So you ready, bro?
Let's do it.
All right, for starters, you wanna just introduce yourself real quick? Say what's your name, where you're from, and how long have you been a barber?
My name's Ben. What they call me, Big Ben the Barber. You know, I cut hair here in, at the Kingdom Barbershop. I've been cutting since junior year. So
of high school?
Junior year of high school.
Yeah.
So that's probably what, about 7, 8 years now. But probably professionally, like 2014 is when I got my license. I lived here all my life. I was actually born in the Philippines, but I came here when I was really young.
Respects.
So like what, like 9 months? But you know, I've always been raised here, so in the South Seattle area.
What is like the best part about being a barber?
Probably the best part about being a barber is probably seeing just a lot of good friends that I haven't seen in a long time, you know? Clients and all that, so you know, every haircut's different. Every day is kind of like a new day.
Yeah, and I bet it's nice just kind of like catching up with like the homies while they're like getting a cut from you and stuff like that.
So right here, right now, we hit it with the trimmer, but this right here, favor, and this will bring it down to like solid bald right here, just to how like kind of how his cheeks are.
So how did you like get into barbering? What was the start of everything?
So the funny thing is, I had a friend I went to high school with. His name was Raymond. Goodbye. Shout out to my guy Raymond, because you know, he inspired me. He actually came in today and we were talking and all that, and I told him I was gonna get interviewed and all that, but he was cutting out of his garage during high school, and it was out in Beacon Hill of Seattle, so it was kind of up the hill from where I went to school. It was at Franklin High School, and I would always hit up his spot over there, and he would cut for like $10. Probably still does cut for $10, just for a little side gig.
Damn, that's love. $10?
Yeah. But, you know, I was sitting in the chair with him and I told him like, hey, I'm trying to get into cutting hair too, because you know, I was like, man, he sees all his homies, and, you know.
And you just were kind of like vibing with the whole like barber, like
you know,
scene,
just music going on, just hanging out with friends, more like kicking back than
kicking back, exactly, rather than just like working.
Right. That's how I got inspired, honestly.
So from there, did you start cutting out of your garage or your backyard?
I was cutting out of my garage. I was actually cutting for free at first, so.
Word, okay, respect.
That's how I had to gain clientele, because really, I had 3 brothers and I was cutting them up. That's how I kind of got my practice in, you know.
And at this point, like, you're not licensed, right? You're kind of just doing it like as a hobby. You're just kind of like chilling with it.
Yeah, at this point, I didn't know how to get my license. I didn't know nothing about it. I was working at the same time and, you know, just doing both at the same time, just grinding it out.
So you had like a full-time job and you were kind of just doing barbering like as a hobby?
Right. I had a lot of different hobbies, but, you know, cutting hair was like probably one of the main ones.
What was like the turning point that was like, you know, like I want to get my license and I want to do this full-time? Like, was there a specific moment for you that, you know, clicked in your brain like, yeah, I think I want to give this barbering thing like a full shot?
Honestly, like straight out from high school, you know, I always wanted to open up my own barbershop. But, you know, when you get older, you always want to venture off and do something else too.
For
so
sure.
I've been cutting for a long time, so it's like, might be opening up something else. Like, you know, how I said I like cars and all that. I might be opening up like, you know, a dealership or whatever and stuff.
That's what's up, bro.
And I'm here till this day.
I'm over here learning like things about you I didn't even know. If you could say one thing, what is like the most challenging thing about being a barber?
Well, starting up was probably like getting clientele.
How do you even go about starting to get clientele? Because, you know, if you're new, obviously like no one's gonna like trust you, right? Because they don't think you can cut. You know, you kind of have to like really prove yourself. So how did you go about like getting clientele and all that stuff?
Like how everybody starts, I was cutting for free. You know, when I got licensed and I got closer to the barbershop and everything, we had little promotion cards and like business cards. So, you know, hand them out to schools and stuff like that.
Just for a little like backstory, we're currently at the Kingdom Barbershop in Renton, Washington. So they currently have 2 locations. So they have one here in Renton and one in Kent. But before everything really popped off for them, they had like this one small shop and it was still in Kent, but it was kind of like, how would you say, like it wasn't like the back roads, it was definitely like a one-off type of situation. And it was a small shop and you were there with them like ever since?
I was there with the owner Christian. He was there. We only had like 3 barbers at one point, and then we just started growing. Now we were going with like 9 barbers, and then after that later on in the years we had like 14.
Yeah, like the shop that we're in right now is definitely like a come up from the first ever shop. It's
Hard work does pay off.
You know, this whole barbering thing, something that you want to continue to pursue? Do you want to maybe like open up your own shop? What's next for Big Ben? Tell the people.
No, I got a couple secrets here and there, but
okay, so we're gonna keep it under wraps?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess you gotta stay tuned. You gotta stay tuned for that one. I'm pretty sure you got like some things here and there lined up for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you know, barbering, there's so much you can do for barbering. Barbering does really give you like, it does help you venture off and stuff like that. You know, you cut a lot of business people, and you know, you cut all different types of people. You just want to, they kind of inspire you to do other things too than just cutting hair, you know?
So, oh yeah, that's a good point. I never really thought about it that way.
Yeah.
Because you're like constantly getting new people in the chair and stuff.
So right now I just started off on just this side of the head, just so you guys can see. Started from up here, and we kind of just faded it out with the half and left this side up here a little darker just so you can see the drastic appearance of it. So I'm gonna start off on the other side now. Same step, just hit it with the trimmers from the temple up high, and then we'll hit it with the half and just finish it off with probably like a 1.5 or something like that. Right now, I'm just taking off the bulk from the top of the head right here, just in between from the temple and like the upper forehead and from the temple right here. This first guideline right here, I'll take it out with my trimmer, and the second guideline, I'll go ahead and use it, but take it off with the half. So I'll go ahead and just take off this guideline right here, kind of make it like a little bit compressed so it's a lot more darker up top than just, you know, than fully spaced out fade. Gonna start touching up on the top, damp his hair up with some water, and we're gonna start off by trimming it first, see what length you'd like, and then we'll go ahead and just feather it off with some thinning shears or whatnot.
Yeah, so this part, like for me, really just like kind of depends on the mood that I'm trying to get for the week. So sometimes I'll ask Ben like to just leave it, or you know, if I feel like it's getting a little bit too long, then I'll ask him to cut it.
Normally we'll probably trim it off from the bangs a little bit, maybe not even half an inch, maybe like 1/4 of an inch.
Yeah,
since,
just to kind of like touch it up
a little bit, and then I'll do that in the front, and then just, you know, cut it from all the way from the back, and then we'll go ahead and just touch it up a little more. So let's see, about 1/4 of an inch, so probably like somewhere around there. What do you think about that?
Exactly. Thing? Yeah, that's perfect.
All right.
If you're wanting to get cut by Ben, you gotta book in advance because Mens is literally always booked.
Yes, sir.
I leave his chair and I gotta book him like the day I leave his chair to secure my spot in the next like week or so. How does it feel, bro, being like booked all the time? I bet it's a humbling thing for sure.
I like being booked, you know, it keeps me busy, time flies by real quick. Honestly, it's a good feeling.
Yeah. No, I bet it's definitely like humble beginnings though, because like you said, you started cutting for free and now you're like
started
just
cutting for free, you know. I was over here passing out cards.
Cutting for free in your garage, right?
Yeah, in the garage.
Yeah, and now he's like always booked and he's like cutting up in this super nice like barber shop and stuff, and
it's better than just, you know, hanging out sleeping on your barber chair, right?
Exactly.
Now I'm just gonna cross cut it, and this right here, what I'm doing is just kind of double checking my work and tells me what's even and what's uneven. So we'll just go ahead and do that. There's some thinning shears. As you can see, you can probably see the teeth on it. What this does, it cuts about maybe 75 or 50% of the hair. Gives it a little bit of a lighter top, not so bulky.
Kind of like a feathering like type of thing, right?
So right now, I won't do too much of the middle, but more just like the front maybe, and a little bit on the sides, just so the product will be a lot easier to put in. Start off on the lining up process. I'm gonna use my trimmers right here. We don't normally line up the front, we normally line up the sides. Say that is because the way he styles it is you don't really see much on top, so it's like, you know, we might as well just leave it. All right, so the last step to the haircut, the razor. So what this will do is take out all the little baby hair and kind of like define his edges a little more.
So since this is the last step, kind of like gonna bring back the question of what is your whole like end game with this whole thing, or you know, what's next for Big Ben? If you could kind of tell the people what you've been working on, what would you say?
So, you know, for barbering, there's not really an end game. It's, you know, it's always a learning process. But
I like that, bro. I like that.
Yeah.
So do you have any projects that you're currently working on that you maybe want to like hint to the people?
I'm just letting you know, I got a lot of invention coming in the way. So hopefully when that process comes up, we'll probably, you know, Steve will probably, you know,
yeah,
work
definitely
it out
like,
for me.
Exactly, for sure.
The little project I'm doing is probably something similar for barbering. So it's gonna be for barbering, but you know, you guys will have to wait and see.
I don't trust a lot of people with my hair. I think I can honestly say I only trust like maybe 3 people with my hair, if that. And Ben is definitely on the top of the list. As you guys can see, like we're not even done with the haircut. He's gonna style me in just a minute. The fade always comes out buttery and like it's just always perfect. So like I said, the haircut is now done. So we're gonna be using the True Hair Fiber from Dollar Shave Club. With this product, a little definitely goes a long way. And my haircut, it definitely has like a good base right now. So Ben is just gonna put a little bit of product and my hair is gonna kind of like finesse it in and stuff.
Probably do like about, not even a quarter, maybe even like a dime. Just rub it into your palm.
And just really like warm up that product and really like spread it out. Cause like I said, a little goes a long way. So essentially like what Ben is doing is he's just finessing
kind of rubbing it on the top.
Yeah, he's kind of just like finessing into the shape that it already has. Cause like with this haircut, you really don't need to maintain it. It honestly looks nice even just out of the shower with a quick like blow dry and stuff. But the product is there to just kind of like keep everything in place and stuff. And this pomade is like perfect. It's like a matte finish. So it's perfect for, you know, like those natural vibes. And the hold is pretty like on point too. Alright you guys, and that's it for how I cut my hair / meet my barber / what I asked my barber for, you know, coming through with this video. If you guys are interested in, you know, following Ben or getting cut by Ben, you want to tell them your Instagram real quick?
My Instagram is svenmalla. It's SVENMALLA.
And then if you're from Washington and if you want to book Ben, where can they book you at?
They can book me at thekingdombarbershop.com.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and hopefully it kind of gave you a little bit more insight as to like, you know, how I cut my hair. Hopefully you guys, you know, enjoy getting like to know Ben a little bit more. He's definitely a super humble guy, super hardworking. And like I said, I don't trust a lot of people with my hair. So Ben is definitely a go-to for me. Much love once again to Dollar Shave Club for sponsoring today's video. Everything mentioned is going to be linked in the description box below. So definitely be sure to check that out. And yeah, appreciate you, bro.
Hell yeah.
Let's get it.